Hello, craft beer friends, and welcome to Season 10, Episode 9 of Tap to Craft Podcast. I am Denny Luce, coming to you from Boise, Idaho, and my partner in craft, the dog whisperer, and my favorite Florida man from Tampa, Florida, Mr. Kris McKenzie. How the heck are you doing tonight? And of course, what are you drinking?
Well, it wouldn't be a recording evening if neither one of us didn't say we weren't tired. So I'm right there, right there. We did do a little chat in prior to the show starting of why we're so tired. But hey, other than that, it's a good day. And Denny, I think you should show what you're drinking too, just like I am. And look at that. It's the same. It's the same thing. We
Look,
strike again.
we're drinking the same beer.
It's so freaking sunny.
Yeah.
It's so freaking delicious. It really is. From
Yeah.
Payette Brewing. Thanks for the beer, Denny.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I wanted to share some of the local beers with Kris. I hadn't sent him a package for a while, and he sent me a few packages, especially the last one. Man, he chocked it full of beer surprises. And I just said, you know what? I'm getting off my lazy butt, and I'm sending Kris some beers. And I had just gotten back from Jim Dandy, so I had a few Jim Dandy cans to send his way. And I just thought, well, let's just do it now while I have the beer. So I hope you enjoy all those beers, and we can actually talk about some of them, maybe, or at least you can comment on the ones that, as you drink them, as we record our shows, you can say, "Hey, I really like that one," or
Yeah.
they kind of missed the boat." Whatever, you can be
No,
honest.
I like this one a lot. Like I said to you earlier, it's just hoppy enough. It's nice and citrusy, and it
Yeah,
goes down pretty easy. And
yeah,
I think anything I've had from Payette has been really good.
yeah. They're pretty solid, pretty solid.
And Steve Korsman said he just got done
Oh,
with a WTF from Copper Point Brewing Company, or as most other people know him, Florida
Florida
Steve.
Steve. Oh yeah. Well, good. I'm glad we got
Well,
two
that was
people on.
that was like a combined. How you doing today, and what's in your glass? How are you
Yeah,
today, Denny?
I'm also tired, as I mentioned to Kris earlier. If my voice starts to crack and I start to lose my voice
Our little
this
man's
week,
growing up.
yeah, this this weekend, I don't know if it's the weather. Like we had some really weird, like up and down weather where it's really cold, then it gets really hot. It's like almost summer again here. It's 65 degrees or some ridiculous thing. And 1 minute it's 10 degrees, next is 65. I don't know what to think. Well, my body doesn't like that up and down. And so this weekend, I started to feel like I was getting maybe a little bit of a chest cold. And it kind of stayed at bay until today when I went to work. And then I was just working and I wasn't talking a lot. And then I went to go talk and I realized, oh man, I lost my voice. I kind of lost my voice a little bit. Hard to come out. So I'm hoping this beer will lubricate my vocal cords and keep me going for another hour and a half while we record the episode, and it won't be too bad for our listeners. But I'm also tired. I'm tired because I had a nice, relaxing, long weekend. My company now gives us Veterans Day off. It's like the second or third Veterans Day we actually got off
Nice.
of work, and it was really nice, relaxing. Actually, I got caught off guard because I forgot that Veterans Day is always November 11th.
Correct.
And I was off on the Friday before Veterans Day. And I was drinking like I was doing all my Veterans Day stuff a day early.
Ah,
So
well, it was
that's,
it was observed on Friday, and it was I got confused because I tried to send something in the mail on the 9th, the
oh,
afternoon of the 9th, and it was only going to St. Pete, which is about 40 minutes away. And I'm going, sweet, it'll get there, no big deal, tomorrow.
yeah. But
No,
but the post office was open Friday. So
that's weird.
that was what was so I actually look out the window and the mail truck comes and puts mail in my box. I'm like, what? What? They don't have Veterans Day off? And
Okay,
then
see, then it
I
wasn't just me.
yeah, it was Saturday. Saturday was the day that they didn't deliver mail or the post office was closed because they actually work Saturday, so they can, if it falls on Saturday, they get that day off.
That doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense.
I know, it does kind of
I
make
mean, it
sense
does, but it doesn't. But it does. Eh.
because what? Because I don't think everyone works on Saturday at the post office, right? So what about the people that don't work on Saturday? That's a
Um,
normal day off.
I believe they have a rotating schedule. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nuts.
Well, I know a post. I know the angry mailman.
Yeah.
If Anthony Alex is listening, come and chat with us and tell us how this whole holiday thing works for the post office because we're confused. You
Yeah.
know what? That's enough. That's enough mail talk, Kris. Let's get this show started.
Wait, MAIL or MALE? Okay.
No, that's
Okay. All
mail.
right.
Yeah. But before we get into the meat of the show, we always want to let anyone new listening to the show know what we're all about. Tap to Craft Podcast is an educational podcast focused around celebrating all things craft beer because we want to assist you, our listener, along in your craft beer journeys and adventures. And this week, we are going to discuss Thanksgiving beer gifts and some beer ideas for Thanksgiving dessert. Yeah,
Ooh.
kind of just too random. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is next week. So why
Yeah.
not talk about little Thanksgiving beer pairings?
Well, Denny, I learned something about the great city of Boise today.
Oh, what'd you learn?
They have a wonderful street name that I just typed next to where you would normally put your beer you're drinking tonight, called Clitheroe Street.
Okay.
But if you take and how it's spelled and you just put a space
Yeah, Click
between,
Hero.
that's an awesome street name.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where that street is.
I don't know either, but I feel like us guys should find it.
All right, that'll be my mission. I'll
Clit
go take
Hero
a.
Street. Got it.
I'll go snap a snapshot of that sign for you. I'll send it to you
Okay.
and Tina.
Yeah.
Make a T-shirt out of it or
I'll
something.
probably find it before you do.
All right. Oh, and
Anywho.
yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do some beer tastings. We have some more beers left over from the ones Kris sent me. We have two more beers we're gonna taste. One from Coppertail Brewing, their Night Swim Porter, and another one from Leaven Brewing that we had left over. Oh, a Bock we'll be doing here just in a few minutes. And we have our November mini tacker of the month unboxing. Yes, we love doing our unboxing. Yep, I got my box right here.
You're so lucky that I went to that
yeah.
other location today because this showed up at the office today and I'm
Oh,
off today. But I
oh,
took my dogs there so they didn't have to sit in the house all day. So this
ah.
worked out in our favor all
Okay, that
around.
worked out perfect. Worked out perfect. And of course, you can count on Kris and I having some great beer conversation as well. And Kris and I would like to thank all of our Patreon supporters out there because this episode is brought to you in part by our satisfied Patreon supporters like Mike Allen, Bill Schlemmer, Amanda and Kevin Argauer, Mike Blanchard, Tara Carlson, Jim Kudsall, Alex Fuchs, and Mark Reedy, who are our virtual producers, and Tom Byrne, Jeff Seiler, Johan Halberg, Chad Lamassa, Mark Church, and Eric Gronley, who want to buy us a virtual beer. If you enjoy the content we provide, we invite you to support the show by toasting your host or buying us a virtual beer or even becoming a virtual producer. You can explore the options on our support page by visiting patreon.com/tapthecraft. Okay, Kris, it is time. It is time to do our unboxing of the mini tacker of the month for the month of November.
Okay.
And you too can join us in this activity every month if you sign up for the subscription box at tintacker.com.
I'm waiting for the episode where I like cut myself with this knife.
Yeah, I'm having trouble opening my knife. I never had this problem before, but okay, I got it.
That's why I get the spring assisted ones.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like the sticker already.
Oh, I haven't even. I'm a little slow tonight.
I've seen the sticker before, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show it because
Go ahead and show it.
there's usually some profanity on it. But warning, beer fridge. Do not place food or other contaminants in this fridge. Usually I've seen it where it says do not place food or other shit in this fridge, but we'll take it.
All right. Well, that is perfect for my beer fridge as well.
I'll definitely have to make a magnet out of that.
I'm going to put that right on the front window glass because one of my fridges has a window and one of them has just is blank. So I'll put this on the one that has a window.
There we go.
That is awesome. Okay. So that is the November swag. It says the beer fridge warning label. We designed this decal with your beer fridge in mind. It's die cut. Is it really die cut? It's just a rectangle.
No, but the
What's die
edges
cut
are
on it?
the edges are rounded.
Okay, it's die cut. With a crack and peel backing. Important reminder: use your discount code Tap the Craft, all one word, every time you make a purchase at tintackers.com for 10% off your order. Don't forget, use our code and you can save money, and you can just let them know also that you came from Tap the Craft podcast. Okay, now let's go ahead and open up our tin tacker for this month. Oh,
This one's cool.
boy. Okay, so my good buddy, my cousin Corey, he is a big, he used to be scared of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Because he grew up in Bigfoot country, and I don't know where Bigfoot country
Everywhere's
really is.
Bigfoot country. Because where's this from? This one's from New York.
This is from New York.
Yeah.
Racket River Brewing in Tupper Lake, New York. So
I'd almost go Raquette Brewing.
Raquette.
Maybe.
What did I say?
Racket.
Raquette. Raquette. But
It's almost French.
This is a kind of a cool Sasquatch.
This one, yeah.
Carrying this is like a 1970s, 80s Sasquatch.
It's almost like the Yeti.
Yeah.
From those guys.
Well, this is pretty awesome. This is another.
I like this one.
Really nice tin tacker. I love this artwork, and I think Bigfoot is in. I see a lot of people with Bigfoot stuff, but he took his fear. Back to my cousin Corey.
I mean, this is the second one that we've got. Now you can't see the hops because it's in my.
Oh, you're right.
Remember this guy?
Oh yeah, he's up there too. I forgot about that. Yeah, but he's turned his fear of Bigfoot into embracing it. Now he has Bigfoot over everything because his
unhealthy obsession.
Well, because his daughter just kept buying him stuff, and then sticking Bigfoot stickers places where he'd open up and he'd get startled when he saw it and stuff. And he just said, "You know what? I'm over it. I'm embracing my fear." And now he's got Bigfoot on like everything, and it's pretty cool. So let's see what they say about the November mini tacker of the month. It says Raquette. I'm
going to go with Raquette.
Raquette River Brewing. I can't even speak today. In 2020, there was 113 reported Bigfoot sightings in upstate New York, but has anyone ever reported the Sasquatch sporting a trucker hat and flannel? Raquette River's Bigfoot not only dons some sweet duds, he also walks around with a six-pack. Raquette Brewing is located in Tupper Lake, New York, and just celebrated their 10-year anniversary. Well, congratulations on 10 years, and congratulations on getting put on my door of fame back there.
Yeah.
To celebrate. Well, awesome tin tacker. I really do like this form factor of tin tackers.
Me too.
Like I said, I have got a bunch on my door, and I got a lot of room to put more. They just keep on coming. All right. Well, thank you, Jen from tintackers.com, for once again sponsoring our show and providing us with these awesome mini tin tackers of the month unboxing segments. We really appreciate that. I hope everyone out there will go to tintackers.com and sign up for their mini tin tacker of the month club. Just one of the many clubs they have. They have a surprise tacker, full-size tacker club you can join as well. And they have I think they have 3 different subscriptions that you can do.
Really?
I think so, yeah. But definitely do this mini tin tacker because it's the perfect size to fit a whole bunch in a small space.
Yeah, especially you can see yours. Yours are on the wall behind you. Mine are over here. They're finding new places.
Yeah, you got You got big ones there too.
Well, yeah, we got the normal size ones, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we got the small ones stuffed in there too.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, Kris, it's time for our first beer tasting. I guess I'll save the last of this hazy.
Why? You should have drank it already.
Well, I was busy talking.
Oh, okay. Well, while you're busy grabbing your beer, I'm going to crack this one open. It's the Time Well Spent from Leaven Brewing. It's their Hellas Bock, clocking in at 6.9%. I don't know if I've had this one from them yet. What?
So this is the biggest beer we've had as far as ABV so far, right?
So far, I believe. Actually, you have one,
That's bigger.
the smooth criminals clocking in at about
Oh,
10%.
that's the old ale or
Something
stock
like
ale.
that.
Like that, yeah. Yeah, 6.9. Hellas Bach.
Crystal
Wow.
clear.
Smells cereal malty.
It sure does.
Yeah, it is. I got some chill haze on my glass, but nice bubbles. Look at those
Mm-hmm.
bubbles coming up out of there, man. They're bubbling up a storm.
I could almost do the show right through this glass. Look at that.
All right. So this is a Hellas Bach. Not, I mean, I'm not used to seeing Hellas in front of the Bach, I guess. I mean, it's a strong Bach or a strong Hellas, I guess. Strong Hellas lager. Smells cereal, maybe a little bit doughy. Malt, a little sense of sweetness in the nose.
Hmm.
I mean, a sense of sweetness, right? Which is
Yeah.
what you should
Yeah.
get with a lager, right? You should have that sense of sweetness. I'm not going to say, but I'm hoping that this one has a little sweetness because remember last week all the beers were super dry. I'm like,
They were there. And you know what? I do like that about those beers that we had, because if I'm going to be drinking a couple of them, and those were all like their German style beers too
mm-hmm,
that we had. If I'm
yeah,
going to be drinking a couple of them, I don't want it to be, not only am I filling my gut full of bubbles
yeah, but
too,
yeah,
but
too
then you got to
sweet.
deal with it being too sweet. So
Yeah, no, I agree. I do appreciate dry. I just don't want all my lagers to be too dry, right? And we did
right.
have the Oktoberfest. I can that I can get around that. That's okay. I don't mind a dry Oktoberfest. But when we had um,
What was the other one we
the
had?
Schwarzbier,
Swartz beer.
that one was really dry, and it didn't have. Remember, it didn't have the roast. A little bit more roast for
Mm.
me in that one. I needed a little bit more roast. All right. Well, yeah, it's a clear beer.
And my head's
Uh,
gone.
yeah, the head didn't last long. It disappeared pretty quick. Looks like it's an off white. Looks like it has some small bubbles, but it just didn't last very long. Didn't stick around. It does kind of stay on the glass a little bit, but falls right back down. So not a lot of stickiness to this head.
It smells good though. That smells really good.
It does smell good, and it doesn't smell boozy, which is good. All right, ready to take a
A
swig of this?
swig, sip.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mm. Okay. Now this has some good flavor to it,
Yeah, and you can tell this one's a little bit on the stronger side
and
too.
you can tell with in the finish as it's like as the flavor's kind of like rolling off the back of my
Yeah.
mouth down my throat. You can tell it does have a little bit more heat to it. Not alarming,
You
just
know,
that it has a little bit more
it's
kick.
funny that you say it has a little more heat to it, meaning like higher alcohol.
Mhm.
When I took that swallow, initially when I tasted it, it almost tasted like the flavor from a jalapeno. And
Huh.
maybe it's just because I just had some of that with dinner.
That
But
could be.
it was like that. It was almost like that. I don't want to call it green flavor either, but like
No,
a but
I,
almost a little grassy.
yeah, a little grassy. I will agree. After hearing you talk about it, and after I took my second swig, I agree. There is something that comes across a little more maybe grassy-ish or
You said gracias.
gracious,
De
gracious.
nada.
Um, and uh, and and I think it also has. I mean, I'm definitely getting a little bit more alcohol feel in this too. I
Mm-hmm.
can feel it's about 7%. Um, but this is the most unique of the four beers we've had yet that
Yeah.
didn't taste like the other ones. Like the other ones all had, like I said, had a similar base and then just had like a little bit of different flavors added to it, but it all tasted kind of the same. This one is not the same at all. Um, Although it does finish dry. They like dry beers, I guess. Um,
But the finish itself, it starts sweet, and then it just kind of it's
yeah,
almost like it wipes itself clean. It's like, okay,
yeah,
you got the sweetness from the malt, and okay, it's gone. Now you can enjoy another drink.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's got some. I'm trying to pick out the flavors in it. It's like a grainy.
So once you why don't you give that a little bit of a swirl and stick your nose in it too now that you've got a little bit gone so you can I this is
It smells almost like
bubble gummy.
oh
I got bubble gum and
oh
pepper.
yeah, you're kind of right. It does kind of. You're right. When I swirl that up and agitate some of the aroma, it is almost bubblegummy.
Like that double bubble, like
Yeah, double bubble. Yeah, double bubble
big
bubble
bucket of
gum.
gum you chew while you're
You're
playing
right.
baseball.
You're absolutely right. I That's a good pickup. I'm getting some like some eh, this is not a negative. I'm just trying to explain what some flavor I get out, but I feel I'm getting flavors similar to what I would have in a malt liquor type, a heavy malt alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
grainy, like big graininess, but I'm trying to pull out exactly the thing. It's hard for me to pull that out, but I get this.
Is it hard to pull it out without saying the word like vegetal or and not and again not in a bad way. Like if you look at if you ever
it
do
it
those off
it's
flavors, like vegetal is not something that you
Yeah,
want.
I want to say like green or raw, like 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 raw grain, like something that's like not refined, right? Just kind of like I don't know. It's like outlaw lager right here.
Yeah.
But to me, like the closest thing I can think of is when I take sips of this, I get some of the flavors that are way stronger in a malt liquor that
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that strong. I get them in more subtle notes in this, but I get some of that same high, like grain alcohol-y type flavor in here, but still very good.
Mm-hmm. And I love how we go through this and we go, yeah, I get this flavor in it, and then we take another swig of it and we go, oh yeah, we're more than halfway through this beer already.
I think it's changing too as it's warming up too. It was kind of cold when we first opened it. I'm going to say so far, this is my favorite beer that we've had of the four.
Yeah.
Um, the rest of them I gave all straight across four cap ratings for all those. This one I might step it up to 4.25, and maybe by the time I finish, it might be a 4.5. I like it because it stands out from it's not boozy like some box can be,
Mm-hmm.
and it stands out with some really nice grain character, but also like green grain character that is unique.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that it's probably like a noble hop in there
Probably,
too,
yeah, probably a noble hop that's giving us some.
because it's that like that grassy
Hmm.
green flavor. Like normally
Yeah,
I feel like the hops that we get here are more of those citrus and
Mm-hmm.
that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
those noble hops are more of that grassy,
Mm-hmm.
perfumey, floral
Yeah, some
aromas to
floral. Yeah, I
them.
think there's some floral. Yeah, some floralness might be in here as well. Um, I'm really digging this beer. I like this.
Hmm.
This so far, like I said, this is my favorite Leaven beer I've had so far. I still have a few more to drink. I might change my mind and up one of those other ones because there is an oatmeal stout in there too, right? Or oatmeal porter,
Yeah, the vanilla goat.
vanilla goat.
And that one's nice because that one's a 5%. And to me, that's a easy drinker. The vanilla is just
Mhm.
enough to kind of cut through that roastiness a
Yeah.
little bit.
Okay.
I think I still have one of those in the fridge.
Well, if you do, we can save it for a show down the road.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying this beer. It's unique. It's not like every other lager or bock you've had. It's clean. I know we're giving you some weird flavors, but it's not like these are off flavors.
No,
This beer is
these are
built
good.
really well, and I think these flavors are meant to be there, and it's a challenge for people to pull them out and to enjoy it. This is a beer that I don't want to have to think about. I just want to drink it and enjoy it.
Hmm.
Thinking about it makes my head hurt because it's complex. It's not a simple beer. It's a complex beer that I'm not going to be able to easily come up with all the flavors. Again, a professional
Well,
could, but I'm not a professional.
us doing this on the fly when we do it maybe once a month and we're going, oh, that flavor is right. We're trying to just pull these words and terms out. And
Yeah,
especially when they do get a little more on the complex side, it's kind of like
yeah.
it's that flavor, when
Hmm.
you did that thing.
It does finish dry though, but there is a little
Hmm.
bit more sweetness in here. But I'm still getting, you know,
Yep.
dryness on the side of my cheeks that kind of like
Like that pucker.
that pucker. You kind of sucking in
Yeah.
of the dryness. Not bad though. I mean, this beer is okay. I think the dryness helps keep that alcohol at bay and doesn't accentuate it to make it too much, right? It does a good job. Really well done beer. I think I might 4.25 right now, 4.5 maybe after the show when I actually put it in a in Untapped. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm a very solid 4.25 on this one.
4.25. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Kris. Anything else you want to say about this beer?
I'm just I'm all the other beers that I've had from them, I do enjoy.
Hmm.
And this one is no different. So I'm very happy
Okay.
to get a hold of this one and be able to try it.
Yeah, I appreciate you sending it to me too. It's really good. Really enjoyed that one. Time well spent. Kris and I are spending some good time drinking this beer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's get into some feedback. We do have a listener question from our good buddy Chad Lamassa. He left a question and a statement on our Discord server. And if you want to join our community on Discord, it's our own private little social media thing just for Tap to Craft listeners. You can find the link at taptocraft/Discord or go to our Linktree site, taptocraft/Linktree, and find all the links to our different social medias.
No, reverse that. linktr.ee.
No,
Is it? Oh, you did?
I made a
Okay.
Tap to Craft link
Well, then I'll shut
at
up now.
taptocraft.com/Linktree, and it will take you
That's
to our Linktree.
perfect.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so much better than even considering doing it the other way.
Yeah, yeah, but it has all of our links to different things for you guys to easily find how to get in contact with us and different platforms we're on and everything else. But Chad Lamassa, he mentioned, I think on a voicemail, I think that he submitted a question to Beervana podcast,
Ah,
and that question, I guess, I haven't listened to the podcast yet, but I guess it got released yesterday, and they answered his question. But he wanted to get our opinion on his question, so he left it in our Discord server, and here's what he had to say. So my question was answered on Beervana this week. So there are 3 breweries in Baltimore County that have, quote, tap walls. Not sure if these have made it to other places. It's fairly self explanatory, but here's a quick rundown. Basically, when you get to the brewery, you go to the counter and get a card. You go to the wall, insert your card, and pour your own beer. You pour as much as you want and pay by the ounce. When you're ready to leave, you go back to the counter and pay for what you've poured. I am curious what you guys think of this practice. I'm actually not a fan of this. And he goes and explains why he's not a fan. But do I want to taint your experience, Kris? Have you experienced
I
this type
have.
of
Yeah.
what is okay? So let's go ahead and let's us talk about it. Then we'll read
Okay.
Chad's. We don't want to taint our opinions because I've also experienced it,
Okay.
but I want to hear your opinion.
So the place that I've gone is in St. Augustine, Florida. So just outside of Jacksonville. It's called Augie's. I literally just pulled it up. Augie's Draft House.
Okay.
And it's very much what he's describing. You go to the counter, they give you a card. Augie's Draft Room. They give you a card that they hook up your credit card to this card, and you scan it, and you're free to pour as much or as little out of their 12 or 15 taps that they have. And you can pour an ounce, pour a half a cup, a whole cup, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I really like the idea specifically just because the last time I went, for example, we tried a little bit of everything. Oh, I got 2 ounces of this one. I'm glad I only got 2 ounces of that one. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I could go back and get, a half a pour. And I really like the fact that it was just where at least the selection that I had at my disposal there, it was a lot of local stuff. I mean, there was some Voodoo Ranger on there too. And like they had Bud Light there too if you
Mm-hmm.
wanted it, but like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it was local Florida stuff or close by. And even though it was Florida stuff, it might not necessarily be things that I can get down here in Tampa, and it might be just a little more closer to Jacksonville, South Georgia, that kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I personally like the idea, and that place specifically has food. And we went there too because of like if you go get the little tourist coupon book that's all over the place,
Yeah.
there's a
You get your
coupon in
discount.
there. Well, no, it's not only a discount, but it was like a buy one get one free burger. And they had some
Oh.
really good burgers. So I think the last time Tina and I went, we went day drinking the whole day and then went back and had buy one get one free burgers. So it was a great way to settle out the afternoon. So, but what about you? What's been your take on it?
Okay. So I have not had a very good experience with it. We had one here in Boise that went out of business.
Mm,
We have another one in Nampa that I said I'm not going to go to Nampa to go do it because I didn't like it when I had it here in
yeah.
Boise. I also went to one. I don't remember where it was at. I went to another one away from here. I don't know if it was in California or if it was in Texas. I can't remember where it was. Um, Here's the pros. The pros, as you just mentioned, is you're in control of how much you want of something. And if you really want to check into a bunch of small amounts of tasters on a lot of beers they have available, it's great. You go pour yourself 3-4 ounces of beer, you try it, and you move on, right? You get a bunch of little tasters of stuff. Now, the disadvantage is you're paying by the ounce, and the
Mm-hmm.
ounce changes from the beer that you're
Yep.
drinking. And if you have no idea, so here's where I ran into the problem. I didn't realize that I was paying so much for these ounce pours of
Yeah.
beer until I went to pay, and all of a sudden I had like 2 pints of beer for $36, some ridiculous amount. I'm like,
Okay.
I just got charged $36, and I'm not even buzzed. You know,
Yeah.
come on, I need to have at least some quantity of beer for that amount of money. So I was disappointed in the pricing because you go and pour a full pint, you're paying like $11 a pint, and I thought that was a little bit ridiculous. The other thing I didn't like is I remember one I went to. it was like really touchy. So you put your card up there, and then you get to wait for it to click in, and you grab the handle and you poured it, and they had different handles for every beer. I like that.
Right.
I like that you only have one handle for a beer. The ones I don't like are the ones that have a screen and you choose which one, and all the beers
Oh
come through
no.
one spout. I don't want mixing other beers
Nope.
through the tap into my glass because I'm getting residuals from the other taps, the other beers, right? Now it's great if they try to keep all the styles together, like all hoppy beers, all
Yeah.
dark beers. So at least you're getting hoppy and dark and sours and ciders from the same tap. You're not mixing those. But it still is disturbing to that. The other thing I don't like is I got a lot of foam,
Mm.
and I felt like I was wasting money by paying for foam
Boom.
and not getting beer for that foam, right? I didn't appreciate that. And I was worried that like one of the spots we went to had like 60 beers. I think
Mm.
that was the one we went out of town, had like 60 beers. How the hell do you keep that many beer lines clean?
So it sounds like you had a much different experience than I
Yeah.
did.
I, I,
Now,
I'm not, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's bad for people that want to, if you want to try a bunch of different beers, it's fine. And if it's new, it's okay. It's when it's been around for a while that I think you run
yeah.
into risk of having it degrade over time when things aren't maintained.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm not a big fan of it.
I'm curious to know what the prices per ounce were on your beers, because I just looked at, like, I remembered what I paid per ounce on a couple of things, and it was 35 cents, 42 cents. And like, if you did a
No,
whole
it was
pint,
like
it was,
it was like a buck 25.
oh boy. Okay.
They were high prices per ounce, and I can't remember. So when it was the first time I did it was so long ago. I don't remember the full details, but I do remember when I left, I didn't feel like I got my money's worth.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
that's the key is if I leave a place, I mean, and that was before beer prices got to where they are now. Now it's not uncommon to have an $8, $9 pint, and I still feel like I'm getting robbed because I have 3 pints and it's $30 out the door for 3 pints is a little
Yeah.
bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've cut back on my going out and partaking because if I can go buy a 6 pack for $10 or $12, why would I go and buy one beer or two beers for that price when I can
Yeah.
get six, right?
Well, it sounds, those are sounding like some premium prices too. That
Yeah,
like
yeah.
dollar plus an ounce. Like I said, when we were doing it, I think the most we paid per ounce was like 51 cents. And it was like a 8, 9, 10% beer that you're not going to pour a 16-ounce pour of anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
so those are good prices.
yeah.
But yeah, the prices that we had, they weren't below $1. And for the expensive beers, they were like 250 an
Oh
ounce or something like
wow.
that, some
Okay.
ridiculous amount. Yeah, it was way, way high. But yeah, so I'm not a big fan of it. Um, I'm not saying that they're wrong. Oh, you know what? The one that it was in Vegas. That's where
Oh
one
well,
of them
that's
was in.
why.
It was in Vegas too. One of the ones I went to was in Vegas. It was where they had the tap in the tables, and then you just kind of dialed in, and all the beers came through the
Oh,
one tap.
no thanks.
Um, that was one of the ones that I went outside of this area that I remember now. It was in Vegas, and I did not like that one at all. That was the worst. And I think at that time I just went and got the one beer that you know we tried a bunch of things and one tasted better than the rest, so I just went and started getting that beer. Um, but yeah, I think Vegas was the first place I tried that. That was a long time ago too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not surprising, and especially even Vegas, those prices are gonna be
Yeah.
super inflated anyway.
Okay,
No,
so you want to hear what Chad had to say about his experience?
I'd love to.
Okay, so Chad says first, and this may sound crazy, or no, this might sound lazy,
Either way,
but I pour every beer I drink at home. Why do I want to do the same when I'm out? And then have to pay and tip for the privilege of pouring my own beer on top of it.
that's because we have privilege, Chad. That's all there is to it.
It's like going to a restaurant and cooking your meal and then paying for it, except for maybe fondue places.
It's a good recovery too. I like that one.
No one would be okay with that. You're right. Who goes, and you're right, fondue is different. That's off the table because everyone loves hibachiing and
Yeah,
fondueing and stuff.
yeah.
That's fun.
That's why I bought my last grill, because it's a
Yeah.
freaking flat
But
top.
but you're right. You don't want to go to the pizza parlor and go and make your own pizza. You're going there to be served and have it done right. The second reason is I'm pretty introverted. Okay. And not really a people person. Wow, come on, Chad. You seem like a pretty good people person to me. However, a big part of going to a brewery for me is a social aspect of it, whether it's with family, friends, the staff, or maybe even the owner. I just really like that interaction. Sometimes I learn about the process or a style, or just get to know them as people. I'd like to hear what you and Kris think about it, whether it's here or on Discord or on the podcast. So yeah, well, we did it on the podcast,
Yeah,
Chad,
because
and
sorry, Chad, we suck at Discord.
well, I try to get better, but I I have a life.
Now,
Not that
Denny,
not that
you
people on Discord
really
don't have a
just
life. I
you just
just
told, yeah, that I'm glad you caught that right away.
no.
Discord, I've got a
I've
life.
I've been trying to be more present for my wife, who doesn't like it when I got my face in my phone or whatever. And I used to really enjoy every night I'd come home. I'd get on MTapped. I'd check into a beer I'm drinking, and I go and I'd chat with different people on Untapped and everything. And that was pretty much my social interaction. And I've cut back on that too because, for one thing, I'm not drinking a lot of new beers, and I just want to be there for I want to show Sarah the attention that she deserves. I've been gone all day. She hasn't seen me, and when I come home, because I don't have any connection at work, I don't go on my work computer and do anything personal. I keep work separate, and our cell phone service at the office is so pathetic. I can't even half the time get you know calls in there, let alone text messages and social media. So I pretty much do all that when I'm at home, and that takes away from time with Sarah. And she's very, she wants to spend time with me. I
She's
appreciate that.
particular about her time that she spends with
So
you.
yeah, so I've cut back a lot, which I feel bad because I really do enjoy interacting on Untapped, and I was doing quite a bit of it for a long time, but I'm taking a break.
Okay.
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 But I will get better with Discord. I have phases where I get on there and then I get off and I don't come back for 2 weeks and I get back on when someone reminds me, like Chad.
Yeah, so there's our sides of it, Chad, is that I really like it, mostly just because the experience that I've had with it has been really good. Denny, he says it sucks. Just because
I said it's not for me.
I
It's
think the
not for me.
experiences that he has had has just been a little more not the way that you would like it done.
Yeah.
Because I don't blame you. I wouldn't want all 17 different beers coming out of the same tap. That's just
Yeah.
stupid.
But listeners out there, let us know your experiences with this type of technology where you get a card or a band or whatever it is, and you tap your card, you wait for it to go green, you select your beer, you pour it, whatever. Do you like that? What's the pros and cons that you've experienced? Have you had some experiences that are really good and others that aren't? Let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback and share with our listeners.
Now, I will give him one thing. He said, then I have to pay and tip for the privilege. If I'm pouring my own beer and I'm just
Yeah,
walking up
no
to a
tip.
counter to go,
Yeah,
hey, here's my card, and then can you close my tab? I'm not tipping you.
no, there's no tip for that.
Now, when they brought my food and stuff out, then yeah, I kicked them 15, 20%, but it was 15, 20% on the food.
Yeah, yeah.
But usually I'm just, I just go, 20% of that. Okay, fine. Um, but like the one time that I did go into that place, the people were they were standing behind the counter, just BSing. And I was like, I mean, we had a lot of fun interaction with them and chatting with people in the place, but It wasn't like one of those things where I'm like, wow, you guys went above and beyond with the service. No, you brought me my burgers. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like we
Yeah.
kicked a couple of bucks to it. And I'm normally a really good tipper anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm a good tipper too. I like to
Just
give
the
back.
tip. Just the tip.
Anyway,
All right. Well, thank you, Chad, for providing us with some stuff we can talk about on the show. We appreciate that, and I look forward to hearing what Jeff has to say on Beervana about your question. All right, Kris, let's continue the conversation because now it is time to untap the craft and see what our listeners are drinking according to Untapped.
Okay, so remember, if you want us to read your check-ins, make sure you follow me on Untapped at MCK1345. And we usually read your check-ins approximately 24 hours prior to us recording the show. And if you don't know when we record the show, you can either follow us on Facebook and see when the events are coming up. But we're going to start out with Mr. David Dean, somebody else I ran into at Badass Beer Fest. He is drinking a Sotrop 2023 by Fairweather Friend, and he's drinking this at Dean's Tap Room. I would assume that that's at his house. But no notes to go along with this one, but a 4.5 cap rating for that one. Mr. Matt Knight checking into a Red Apple Bombshell Fall Spice by Warhorse Brewing Company. And he said, changing it up with some cider while playing some Gloomhaven, 3 3/4 caps for that beer. Alex Fuchs is checking into, I've seen him check into a couple of things today. First one here is Fresh Hop Oregon Sunshine. Sounds like a John Denver song. From 2023. It's from Silver Falls Brewery, and he's checking in at the Horse Brass Pub. 4 1/4 caps and no notes. Art Warcheck drinking a Muay Thai in the Sky by Masthead Brewing Company. Checking in at the Giant Eagle Portage Crossing Market District on tap at the Market District, he says, with 4 1/4 caps. This one I was kind of curious about. Emily Allen is checking into a Samuel Adams OVP. This is in their this year's Christmas pack. And I was really curious about. I almost bought the Christmas pack when I was at Sam's Club yesterday. Nice touch of vanilla, she says. Really easy drinking. 4 cap rating to go along with that one. Make sure we toast that one. Let's see. Moving on up the list. I'm only reading this for 2 reasons. 1, it's Jeff Seiler. And 2, I just want to talk shit about the Bills. He's drinking a Pils Mafia by Thin Man Brewery. He said, super clean and tasty Pilsner. Love the name and hope the Bills can take care of the Broncos tonight. Let's go Buffalo. 3 3/4 caps for that one. I don't know if it happened. Did it happen?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Sorry.
nobody cares about the Bills, Jeff. That's why. All right, next on the list. Set that up so well. I like the picture, Eric. It's got 2 Tap the Craft stickers on a Yeti cooler, but Eric Gronley is drinking The Key to Happiness by Fair State Brewing Cooperative. The key to happiness today is drinking this beer. It has a subtle chocolate roast, bready and biscuity flavor profile. Well done. 4 1/4 caps for that beer. Moving on up the list. And so I don't cough in the microphone. There we go. Chad Lamassa is continuing his check-in streak he's up to about 37,000 check-ins in a row now. He's drinking the Maniacal Double IPA by Port City Brewing. Simply put, super hoppy, yum. And 4 1/4 caps to go with that check-in. Jeff Seiler, you have redeemed yourself with this one. He's checking into a Revision Brewing beer that Denny and I know, Reno, as fuck.
Yeah.
Another delicious double IPA from Revision. It's juicy as citrusy as and tasty as Well, done. 4 1/4 caps. If I say it too many times, we're gonna get nailed for, we're gonna be a explicit podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't know if that's really true, but
yeah, we could, because I don't put the tag, but they could tag us and ding us. Yeah, that would be bad.
We just celebrated Veterans Day. It just that remember what we read at the end of every podcast, Denny, so that you and I can get on here, talk about beer, reach out to people, and potentially say, well, fucking done.
Yeah.
But Jeff
Our
gave this one
freedoms.
a 4.25 rating. And I would agree with you on that one, Jeff. That was a tasty beer. Hopefully you can get a hold of what did you drink Vegas's fuck yet, Denny?
I did. I had
Did
it
you? Okay.
Saturday. I did.
Fantastic. Well, add that one to your collection if you can too, Jeff. Bill Schlemmer is checking into a scrap metal by Hop Butcher for the World, checking in at the State Street Station. Excellent. Lush, tropical, citrus, and fruit. Maybe a hint of nectarine. Smooth and well balanced. Another great beer from Hop Butcher. 4.5 cap rating to go along with that one. Anything you can get from Hop Butcher is pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Let's see. Only because we were tagged in it do we read this one.
Oh, okay.
Matt Knight drinking a citrus pills by Genesee Brewing Company. I was concerned with a citrus pilsner coming out at this time of year, but this thing is a little heavy on the citrus and was fantastic on such a chilly night. It's not very light. 4 cap rating for this one. Another couple of beers from Alex Fuchs, Bard's Tale by TPK Brewing, 4 cap rating for that one. And also the Fog of War from TPK Brewing. Looks like he's checking these in at the TPK Brewing Company. These letters, I swore I was going to mix them up. TPK. 4 cap rating for both of those beers. And I'm going to hit refresh to see if we missed anything, because my check-in 23 minutes ago was the last one. And Alex Fuchs checking into a Rule of Cool by TPK Brewing Company. And what do you know? He gave this one a 4 cap rating as well.
Cap rating.
Denny, that's what everybody has been drinking.
Okay. Excellent. Well, Kris, you want to do another tasting before we go in the brew buzz, or you want to?
Well, I mean, all that talking I just did. Is
I
your
know.
glass empty?
I'm out of beer. Both my glasses are empty. So
okay.
Well, now we do the night swim.
Oh yeah.
This is the Night Swim Porter from Coppertail Brewing,
right here in Tampa. Also, Tampa, I don't know if you remember, but we read the winners from GABF. This one took a bronze, I believe, this past GABF. Well, I believe
it's definitely a great beer. This is the last one of 4 that Kris gave me, because I really
kept 2 of them.
I really enjoyed this beer, and I couldn't stop drinking it. But I wanted to save one for Kris and I to chat about together on the show. So let's go ahead and pour this. I'm pouring this into my stout B cup.
Oh, like a professional.
It's a beautiful beer.
Oh, I did have a little bit more in there.
And it's got really good artwork. I love just how the artwork is just...
Their artwork is some of the best, and it's usually nautical themed, in this kind of, I don't know how you would put it, but they've got like a giant mural on the side of their building that kind of looks like this. And their artwork, it's all done by the same artist. I don't know that person's name, but it is that person does a wonderful job.
Yeah. I like their artwork, and I'm so happy that I finally got some Coppertail beer. We interviewed him. I can't remember who we interviewed from Coppertail.
Dr. Ken Fouch.
Was it Dr. Ken Fouch?
Well, he wasn't a doctor, but his name was Ken Fouch, and we kept messing with him because it was mid-COVID.
But on the Fermented Reality Beercast, we had a great episode where we interviewed him, and I just was drooling wanting to try the beers. I didn't have any beers. I was the one guy out that hadn't had any Coppertail beers, and he said he was going to send me beers, but it never came to fruition. But Kris, stand-up guy he is, sent me some Coppertail Night Swim Porter. Comes in at 6.2% ABV. Night Swim is a member of their Core 4 beers and is the perfect go-to for dark beer lovers. It's locally roasted chocolate rounds out the perfect level of malt. That's all we've got on this. So let's start our tasting. Um, this is pretty pitch black, right? It's
Yeah,
brown or really dark brown.
nah, I mean, I've got this held up to my light, and it
I
is
I can't see anything through this.
it's
It is
a
pretty.
very dark brown, and
It's pretty opaque.
the
Yeah, it's
easiest
really
way
dark
I always know
brown.
to do it is go like this.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can barely see anything. Yeah, uh, very lovely color. Um, cappuccino mocha brown head. It did have a good head, but it fell away pretty quick.
quick, yeah,
And also, it doesn't have much, a little bit of legs on there. I guess it does have a little bit of legs that kind of keep that. It doesn't fall down right away. Um, it is a good looking beer. Now, take a whiff of this thing, and oh my gosh, big caramel, big
chocolatey,
like caramel
dark chocolate.
chocolatey
Yeah,
goodness. I mean, it's like find the best dark chocolate caramel cubes, candies, and put that in your mouth. This is what this smells like. It smells wonderful. I mean, I get excited just smelling this beer. Maybe a light, very. Oh, I'm burping up the other beers. Very light um, roast coffee aroma coming from the malts as well. Very light though. Very light. Not medium bodied. Like very super light. But what I get the most of is that chocolatey caramel, big caramel sweetness. Just smells wonderful. Really great smelling beer. Okay, let's take some. It's a little bit cold. I just pulled out my cooler, so
me too.
I know it's going to be a little cold, but let's go ahead and drink it anyway.
Yeah, I like this beer.
What I like about this too, it's got a decent mouthfeel. It's not too big where it becomes almost a stout, not too thin where it becomes a brown ale. It's got just the right amount of body to it that makes you say, okay, it's more than a brown ale, less than a stout. It's a porter.
Well, and this I didn't know this, but this beer, Denny's definitely it's a porter, night swim porter. Clocking in at 6.2%. And on the side of it, I didn't know this was an ingredient in it, but it said luxuriously rich and roasty with locally sourced chocolate.
Mm. Yeah.
First off, cocoa doesn't grow here in Florida. So I call bullshit. But
Well,
no,
no, but they took the cocoa and they locally produced chocolates that they've been put into the beer.
no, and I'd really be curious to know, what that process looks like.
But actually, on there it says locally roasted chocolate. So they
Mm.
took the cocoa nibs and roasted it here in town.
No, it's hard to see
Sourced.
locally. Whoops, look me. Look on the side of your can.
This is too much. You know what? I'm gonna have to break out
Okay,
my readers because I'm an old man. I
come on, it
can't.
won't focus.
It says luxuriously rich and roasty with locally sourced chocolate. So it says the chocolate, not cocoa nibs, but chocolate made from the cocoa nibs.
Well, all right,
Take
fine.
that. Take
Well,
that. Put
I
that in your
know.
pipe and smoke it.
Well, that's I
Ah, okay, we understand. We understand.
know.
Okay. So, um, yeah, this is a great beer. it's it tastes better when it's a little bit warmer
Mm-hmm.
because it does it really like mellow like it's really smooths out the whole chocolate caramel flavor. When it's cold, it comes across a little bit too uh,
Bitey.
bitey. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
bitey and
It's astringent and bitey when it's
stringent.
too cold.
Astringent. It comes across astringent,
I am
but
nailing these words tonight, Denny.
once it warms up, that all mellows out, and you get this
Mm-hmm.
rich caramel chocolate flavor that just is so good and just so good, really good. I've already had 3 cans of this, so I've become an expert at this beer. Although Kris is coming up with all the words, so I guess you're the expert.
Listen, I'm a lot of these stouts and porters come out like that if you don't let them warm up a little bit.
Yeah, but it's a very good porter. Um, I think I gave it a 4.5 cap rating. I don't remember what I gave it. Kind of bad memory. I already rated it. I'm pretty sure I already rated it. I hope I did. I
Let's
hope I
see here.
Yeah, see what I gave it. I think I gave it at 4.5.
My friends, Denny was the most. You're a 4 even. Yep.
Oh, 4 even. Okay.
And
Four even.
that's what
4.
Craig Andrew also rated it. A couple of times.
Okay.
My buddy James Martinez, same thing.
Okay. Okay. 4.
Yeah. So I've seen with my friends. Oh, even Florida Steve back in 2011. No, 2016. Um, Gave it a 4 cap rating. He said it
Okay.
was a delicious porter, chocolate and coffee flavors dance on the tongue. Finishes with a nice cocoa aftertaste. Good on tap, good from the bottle. See
Okay.
how long
Well,
ago that was? It was in a
that was at a
bottle.
bottle. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I will say that there is, I mean, like I said, for me, the coffee there is so light that it's just like a nice essence of it in here. Maybe they had a more pronounced coffee from the roast back when Steve had it in 2016. Maybe it kind of changed a little bit.
I think I
I mean, I
actually
get
sent
a little
I,
bit.
I think I actually sent some of this to Robert Chew Your Beer
Oh,
because he checked into it in May of 2016. Um, at 4.5 caps, and one of his comments was, "Thank you, Kris. Great choice." And I said, "Yeah, one of my favorites." So,
mm,
yeah, a lot of people have had this one because it's one of their core beers. You can get this pretty
everywhere.
much anywhere. It's like going and finding Reef Donkey from Tampa Bay Brewing
Yeah,
Company. You find this pretty much anywhere.
Reef Donkey, this beer.
Oh yeah.
I
Now,
keep this right at hand because
oh yeah, I rated it 4 caps as well.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, solid 4 cap porter. Really good. So if you come to Tampa, come grab a 6 pack. You won't be disappointed. Good
Now
stuff.
we're now between Miguel from No More Pours and myself, we're trying to get Dave Doble to take us out on his boat so we can go catch some reef donkeys.
Oh, nice, nice.
Maybe we'll see.
All right, well, that is our tasting notes. I don't want to drink all this right now. I want to enjoy
We're
it
gonna enjoy this.
yeah,
Yeah.
while we do the brew buzz. So now is time for the brew buzz, devoted to discussing various beer related topics. This week, as we already talked about earlier, we're going to talk about some Thanksgiving beer gifts. Hey, do you want to bring some? Are you going over to some place for Thanksgiving and you want to bring some beers? Here's some suggestions to bring beers to your Thanksgiving dinner. Or you just want to give your friend or loved one some beers for Thanksgiving just so they can open and enjoy. Might be a good idea. And also some beers that might be good to pair with some Thanksgiving desserts. All right. So, what are the best Thanksgiving beers as gifts? Thanksgiving is a time of year when we gather with family and friends to enjoy a delicious feast and give thanks to all that we have. And what better way to celebrate this holiday than with some great beers to complement your Thanksgiving dinner? If you're looking to give a gift of beer this Thanksgiving, here are some options that are sure to impress. So, Kris, I'll do 2. You can do 2. We'll just go down the list. How about
All
that?
right.
Okay. So, we just heard from Jim, actually Tara, that Jim hid away a 24 pack. Was it 24 or 12 pack?
I don't remember.
A lot of
Oh,
Celebration
yeah.
Ale from Sierra Nevada from last year. And guess what? Celebration Ale is out now for this year, and she has to drink a whole. So she went ahead
Oh
and
no,
yeah, dove into that.
that poor thing.
Yeah, this beer is the perfect match for your main course. With its rich flavors and malty notes, it pairs well with roast turkey and all the traditional side dishes. Plus, its medium bodied profile and dry finish make it a great choice for those who prefer a lighter beer. I wouldn't say this is a lighter
I
beer,
would
but
not either. I think that one comes in at about 7%. So
yeah, it's a big beer, but a great beer at this time of the year to grab and bring with you to dinner or provide to your friends to serve at dinner. That's
and
a great
something I
choice.
didn't know about that beer until I think last year or the year before, it's a fresh hop beer.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it is
I'm
a fresh
curious to
beer.
know how that turned out, Tara and Jim, with
Yeah,
your
how good is it a year later?
with your aged celebration.
Yeah. All right. The next beer that's suggested is Dogfish Head's Pumpkin Ale. Well, it is Thanksgiving, and you
Yeah,
do
my
have
brother
pumpkin
loves that
pie,
beer.
right? And yeah, okay. For those who love pumpkin pie, this beer is a must-have. Brewed with real pumpkin and a touch of sweetness, it perfectly complements the flavors of the holiday dessert. With its golden color and lacy foam, it is also a festive addition to any Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, I can see that. It's been a while since I've had Dogfish Head's Pumpkin Ale, but maybe next year I'll pick up a six pack and try it when Sarah's able to drink again, hopefully next year. So I don't have to drink it all. I don't want to drink it all. So
Well, yeah, it's only fair.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hey,
Okay,
Chris, you're up.
I know I'm getting there. I'm just trying to take a little sip real quick. Jeez, relax.
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm scrolling up to where I'm supposed to read here. Ugh, like Brooklyn Brewery Local 1. This Belgian style ale is a great choice for those who enjoy a little different twist on their Thanksgiving beer. With its fruity flavors and notes of caramel or caramel, depending on who you talk to, it pairs well with sweet potatoes and other rich foods. Plus, its high alcohol content at 9%
Wow.
makes it a
Yeah.
great beer for sipping and savoring throughout the holiday meal, or, and it doesn't say this, getting along with your in-laws
So
or
one
family.
one thing, anyone who's listened to the show over many Thanksgivings, I've talked about that every Thanksgiving I drink a Belgian beer because I think Belgian beers go so well with Thanksgiving dinner. I usually have a nice big bottle of some Belgian beer that I share, and
The
if they don't want to
lambic.
drink it, then well, we do lambic for the girls,
Okay.
but I also do like Brother Theonius or whatever,
Oh,
some
that's
big
cool.
bottle of something that is Belgian-y because I think Belgian beers go great with Thanksgiving dinner. So this is if you can get Brooklyn Brewery local number one, try this beer. I think you'll
Yeah.
enjoying this over Thanksgiving.
I have to see if I can find that because we're going to my dad's for Thanksgiving, and
Yeah,
I mean, it's always a good time, but it's just going to be I think it's going to be a little crazy. There'll be like
yeah.
13 people in the
And
house.
this next beer is also one of my favorite beers.
Triple Carmelite.
Yes.
The Belgian triple is a wonderful beer to give as a gift for Thanksgiving. It has a rich and complex flavor profile with notes of caramel and fruit, making it a perfect match for the savory turkey and all the delicious side dishes. Its golden color and lacy foam also add a festive touch to any holiday table. Whether you're giving it as a gift or enjoying it yourself, Triple Carmelite is sure to impress.
Yeah. This beer is fantastic any time of the year. Also, a great addition to Thanksgiving dinner. And they not only sell it in the big giant 750
Magnum.
milliliter bottle, yeah, well, the Magnum, but the 750, they also are doing like smaller bottles as well. The
Oh,
16 point, the 500 milliliter. So you can get a little smaller bottle as
that's a
well,
pint.
which is nice. Yeah. So yeah, triple Comrade Elite, probably one of my favorite Belgian triples for sure. All right, Founder's Breakfast Stout. If you're looking for a beer to pair with your Thanksgiving dessert, look no further than Founder's Breakfast Stout. This coffee stout has a rich and creamy texture with flavors of chocolate, coffee, and a touch of sweetness from the addition of maple syrup. It's the perfect accompaniment
Nailed it.
to pecan pie or any other rich and indulgent Thanksgiving dessert. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I might need to pick up some of this. I haven't had this for a while, but I do enjoy. I've kind of boycotted Founders for the
I
last five
know.
5 years,
I know.
so I think it's time for me. Maybe I can jump back. Although they did even this last year, they did some dumbass stuff that just
Dude.
pisses me off. So
Danny, you've done some dumbass stuff in the
no,
past
but
year.
I'm just me. I'm not a big corporation that is doing dumb stuff. I don't know, but I do enjoy that beer.
Glass
Uh,
houses, my friend. Glass
yeah,
houses.
that's true. That's true. I just need to. I need to. Yeah.
Is the beer good?
The beer's
Then
good.
shut up and drink
They
it.
make good beer. All right. Talk about good beer. Amagang Three Philosophers, which Kris and I just had
Yeah.
from our good friend Jeff Seiler, who sent us blind tasting of this beer, and I forget how good this beer is. So I will for sure be looking for this on the shelves right now because it's out. It comes out at the end of the year. Actually, it might be around more than the end of the year,
It's,
but
I want
I
to say,
see it at the
yeah.
end of the year. For those who prefer a beer with a touch of sweetness, Ommegang Three Philosophers is a great choice. This Belgian-style quad has flavors of dark fruit, caramel, and a honey-like sweetness. It pairs well with desserts like cherry pie or can be enjoyed on its own as a special treat. So yeah, that's a definitely a good one. I'm gonna read this last one,
Okay. I was going to say, what are we going to do here?
just I know I didn't have an even number. Sorry. All right, left hand's milk stout. If you're looking for a beer that's easy to drink and pairs well with Thanksgiving dish, left hand milk stout is a great option. This creamy and smooth stout has flavors of chocolate and roasted malt with a touch of sweetness from lactose. It's a cloud pleaser that everyone at the table will enjoy. I will say that I can enjoy this beer on limited amounts, but it does come across a bit sweet for me.
Yep.
And I don't
It
like
can.
that sweetness. Yeah. And there are some milk stouts that are not as sweet that I enjoy a little bit more.
The nitro version, on the
Yeah.
other hand,
Yeah. That
makes it a
is,
lot
yeah, it
easier.
mellows it out. It does
And
mellow it out.
that was my first beer. That was one of my kind of gateway beers into
Okay.
craft beer, was that left-handed milk stout on nitro.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Kris, let me read this intro to our desserts one. And you can read the entire first
You're
section.
too good to me.
I know. I know. So, okay. So now we already kind of talked about some beers that will go good with dessert as a gift. But let's go ahead and talk about beers that go good with Thanksgiving desserts. When it comes to Thanksgiving dessert, finding the perfect beer pairing can elevate your sweet treats to a whole new level. Whether you're enjoying a slice of pumpkin pie, cherry pie, or pecan pie, if you say it that way, there are some beers that complement these desserts beautifully. Here are some delicious Thanksgiving dessert beers pairings to try.
That's
So,
a
Kris,
uh,
start it off.
that's a running fight in our house. It's
How to say pecan or
it's
pecan?
pecan. It's pecan.
It's pecan. I
Yeah.
agree.
It's not
Pecan.
pecan, it's pecan. Yeah. All right. Well, we're not talking about pecan pie or pecan pie. We're talking about pumpkin pie. And it's not Thanksgiving without a classic pumpkin pie. Pair this seasonal favorite with a rich and malty beer like a Belgian double or a pumpkin ale. The caramel notes in these beers complement the flavors of the pie and enhance its spice characteristics. Some beer suggestions you might want to try are Brewery Omegang's Abbey Ale. This full-bodied doubled pours a deep burgundy with a fluffy head and enchanting aromas. Rich, fruity flavors and hints of honey, caramel, and toffee linger before giving way to a long, dry finish. Brewed with Belgian specialty malts and a variety of spices, it pairs well with roasted meats, pâtés, and terrines and soft cheeses. I gave this one a 3.75 cap rating in 2016. Denny, that was probably back in the days when I was like, I don't like Belgian ales.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's saying
I
something.
yeah. So keep in mind, I picked these beers out, and I didn't pick any pumpkin ales because I screw pumpkin ales. So these are all going to be Belgian ales because, as I already mentioned, Belgian ales go great with Thanksgiving meal. So sorry, Kris, you're going to read a bunch of
That's
Belgian
okay.
ales, but
No,
um, I thought I had this beer before, but I hadn't checked it in or Untapped erased my check in. But I do enjoy almost all of Omegang's uh,
Y-
beers that they do. They do
yeah.
some really good beers.
Yeah. Well, your untapped erased my check-ins is basically the I've never seen a baby pigeon before. Are you familiar with that term?
No, but
Pigeons,
I've
pigeons
never
are
seen a
spies
baby
for the
pigeon
government.
before. Oh, are
Yeah.
they? Oh,
Anywho, sorry, I didn't say that. Sierra Nevada Brewing's Ovila Abbey Barrel Aged Double. We aged our Ovila Abbey Double in red wine and bourbon barrels to create a complex blend of caramel-like malt flavors with notes of black cherry and vanilla. By the way, I love that you did this for these
mhm.
beers. Mike Allen gave this a 4.5 cap rating in 2016. Now I want to go find this beer.
Well, okay. So there's a lot of different Ovila
Right.
styles. I've had several of them. I just haven't. I guess I just didn't have the Abbey Barrel aged
Because I know they
double.
had like a Saison
Yeah,
and
and I've had a bunch of them. I could have swore I had this beer too, but I think I may have
it
had.
got deleted, right?
Well, either it got deleted, the government is censoring me for
That's
some
right.
reason,
Pigeons.
or or I just didn't have this version of the
Okay. Okay.
beer back in 2016.
All right. Well, Tripping Animals Wild Duck. This trip is all about the complex aroma, Belgian yeast, hops, and malts that will take you to that beautiful place. Where is that beautiful place, Denny?
It's right here.
It's that it's that beautiful place. Y'all know where it is. Yeah. This was a silver medal at the US Open Beer Championship in 2016. A lot of good beers being had in 2016, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So this beer, I don't know if it's a regular one of Tripping Animals or a one-off thing.
I didn't know Tripping
Um,
Animals was around in 2016.
well, they won this medal in 2016, but um, I was shocked that none of my friends on Untapped had had this beer.
None of mine have either.
And so I was thinking maybe it was just a one-off thing they did one time and they entered it into this U.S. Beer Championship and haven't brewed it again. But if it is available, it sounds really good. And so, Kris, you should try to find it and
Yeah.
broaden your Belgian beer
Listen,
taste.
I love a good Belgian beer now. It looks like the last check-in for this beer, um, fairly recent, November 12th of this year.
Okay, so maybe they do it just maybe local on tap
All
at the
right,
brewery.
Florida Steve. I know you're down more towards Doral than we are. Let me know if you find it. All right. And the last one on my list is going to be the Russian River Brewing Benediction. Brown in color, Benediction has notes, aromas, and flavors of chocolate, tobacco, and spice. The finish is mildly malty with just enough bitterness from the hops. And Denny gave this one a 4 cap rating in 2014.
Yeah, yeah. So I was the only one that my groups that had this beer.
Well, it's Russian River. You don't see a whole lot of
Yeah,
the.
it's hard. They don't. Yeah, they don't get out very far. Okay,
Yeah,
so that
I
was
haven't had it either.
yeah, that was our pumpkin pie. Now let's go with the cherry pie. I'm not a big pie fan, so
She's my
I don't
cherry
like any
pie.
pie, but
Something, something, something that rhymes with pie. Oh,
pecan
sorry.
pie, pecan pie would be my favorite. But let's go to cherry
Yeah.
pie. So if you're indulging in a slice of cherry pie, try pairing it with a Belgian triple or a fruit infused beer like a Creek. The fruity flavors of these beers, along with their effervescence, provide a delightful contrast to the sweetness of the pie. Okay, so I just pretty much went with all Belgian triples. I don't think I got any creeks, but I think creek is too close to cherry, right? It's made with cherry,
Yeah, and what
so
is
of
cherry?
course it's too close. So I went with the thing that would, complement it better. Starting off with Victory Brewing Company's Golden Monkey.
Mm.
The nose is loaded with Belgian yeast character of banana and clove with an equally fruity body balanced with a light earthy hop character, savor notes of orange and spice, followed by a dry finish. I gave this 3.5 caps back in 2014. Kris gave it 3 3/4 caps in 2016, and our average of our friends' ratings on a tap 3.3 or 3.75 as well.
You know what I love about Golden Monkey?
What?
Two things.
Okay.
One, it's a high ABV and drinks
Yeah.
real easy. But two, it usually goes on one of those like buy one get one sales at our local grocery
Oh,
store.
yeah. So
Yeah,
you get double your money.
that's right.
Yeah,
Beer's
nice.
half price, however you want to look at it.
All right. Then we have Brewery Westmalle Tripel. It's made with the pale candy sugar that has a very pale color produced from mash of light Pilsner malts, Styrian Golding hops used along with some German varieties and a classic Saaz Pilsner hop. After a long secondary fermentation, the triple is bottled with a dose of sugar and yeast. The beer holds up well in the bottle over time and seems to soften with age. And I could swear I've had this beer, but it didn't show up on Untapped. But our friends on Untapped gave it a average rating of 4 caps. I'll read this one. I'll let you read the last three.
Okay.
So Heavy Seas Beer Phantom Ship. Phantom Ship is an exciting Belgian style triple aged in bourbon barrels. Goldenrod in color. Wow, goldenrod. That's
That's a
something.
color you don't hear of
Yeah, I don't
much.
hear that very
That's
often,
right
right?
there in the Crayola box with burnt sienna.
Yeah. With a dense head and creamy mouthfeel, this robust, bold brew presents phenolic flavors of white pepper and peach skin from the warm fermentation, along with vanilla and subtle spiciness from the bourbon barrel aging. Our friend's average rating of 4.25 caps.
That's a hell of a flavor description.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Peach skin just by itself. That's pretty awesome. All right, Brewery Omegang's Nomagang, the
Yeah.
fruity, spicy shoof yeast to create the flavorful, unique blonde ale. Denny gave this one a 4.5 cap rating in 2016, and our friend's average rating is 4 caps.
Yeah. I liked it a little bit better than all of our friends.
Well, you are a little better than all of our friends. All right, New Belgium's triple. This golden beer opens with a bold blast of spicy noble hops, courtesy of Zatz and Hallertau Mittelfrüh, and
Love
gives
that one.
way to fruity aromas from our traditional Belgian yeast. Brewed with Pilsner and Munich malts, triple is a classic smooth and triple is classically smooth and complex. It also sings with a high note of sweet citrus before delivering a pleasantly dry finish with a warm, strong, boozy bite. I don't know what that's called when they use words that have the same letters in it, but I love when people do that. Denny 3 cap rating in 2013 or 14, and our average rating for friends is 3.62.
Yeah, I need to revisit this one. I haven't had this for a while. I wonder if I give it a higher rating or still just an average 3.0 rating. But I checked into it twice in 13 and 14.
Okay. Well, the last one is going to be Allagash Brewing Company's Allagash Triple, filled with notes of passion fruit and honey. Its simple recipe yields a full range of elegant flavor and finishes refreshingly dry. Its golden, crisp, and refined profile pulls from a tradition that began centuries ago in Belgian abbeys. Our friends gave it an average rating of 3.88.
Okay. Now the last dessert we'll talk about, pecan pie. Pecan pie is known for its rich nutty flavors, and gooey caramel filling.
I was right. It's alliteration. Sorry.
Alliteration. Okay. All right. To complement these delicious elements, opt for a beer with notes of caramel and a touch of sweetness, such as an American brown ale or a milk stout. Malty profiles of these beers enhance the decadence of the pie. All right, Kris, I'll read the first three and I'll let you take the last three. The first beer I'm going to talk about is one of my favorites. I do really enjoy this beer. Cigar City Brewing Maduro.
Mm.
It has chocolate and espresso notes are rounded out with toffee-like qualities and a light woody hop presence. I give this 4.5 cap rating back in 2019. Kris gives it 4.0 cap ratings in 2021, at least the last time you checked into it. And our friend's average rating of 3.92. So we're right all around the 4 to 4.5 cap rating. I love this beer. I think it would go good with some pecan
I agree.
pie. Next, Smutty Nose Old Brown Dog is an award-winning example of the style. Reach for this when the occasion calls for something big on flavor, but without the hop punch. I gave this a 3.0 cap rating back in 2012, and our friend's average is 3.57 caps. And the last one I will mention is the Alesmith Nut Brown Ale. Alesmith Nut Brown is a tribute to one of their favorite British styles. Deep mahogany in color, its rich malt-forward flavor profile balances notes of biscuit, mild cocoa, and earthy hops. A creamy mouthfeel and full body enhances its drinkability, making Nut Brown an extremely sessionable ale that embodies our commitment to quality. Our friend's average rating of 3.71 caps.
Right. Firestone Walker's Brewing Bravo, the Imperial Brown Ale aged in retired American oak bourbon barrels, balancing a rich, toasty, and chocolate malt flavors with a gentle balance of noble hops. Bravo is brewed to showcase barrel flavors with massive bourbon barrel notes that morph as the beer warms in the glass. Denny was at a 3.5 cap in 2017. Me, I was at 4.5 caps in 2019, and our friend's average is at 4.47.
I must have had a bad bottle.
Maybe. I don't know. I get all excited when I get Firestone Walker, so my rating might have been slightly skewed.
Yeah. It might have been at a beer festival too.
That's possible. It's possible. I don't know. I don't remember seeing I don't think I've ever seen Firestone Walker at a beer fest, but especially in 2019, I was here in Florida, so God only knows.
Yeah.
The Duck Rabbit Craft Brewery, Duck Rabbit Milk Stout out of Asheville. Yeah. I was like, where are they? They're in North Carolina. Rich, smooth, and creamy. This beer from North Carolina. It's funny. Based Duck Rabbit, North Carolina based Duck Rabbit checks all the boxes when it comes to satisfying milk stouts and does so with superb balance and drinkability. Black coffee and caramel come through on the nose and palate, but don't overpower the sweet chocolate and burnt malt flavors that help round out its character. Chad Lamassa's check-in streak probably continued from here when he gave it a 5 cap rating. I know I've had this beer also. Probably didn't check into it because Untapped likes to delete my check-ins. But our friends gave it an average rating of 4.11 caps.
Okay, so Kris and my listeners out there. This is a beer that has been on I've wanted to try for a long time. So keep this on my you love Denny wish list to send me one day.
We were talking about maybe visiting Asheville in the near future.
Yeah,
so who knows?
Yeah, just keep me in mind that
all right.
I would love to try this beer.
Actually,
Chad gave it multiple times. He gave it 5 cap rating.
I think I get once. Duck Rabbit here in Florida.
Okay.
So I'll keep that in mind. Denny wants Duck Rabbit. Got it. And then last but not least, the Mast Landing Brewing Company Gunner's Daughter Milk Stout. This one's so good, especially if you can get the barrel-aged version. Oh, this rich and balanced milk stout from Maine's Mast Landing Brewing Company boasts deep flavors of coffee and dark chocolate with a satisfying layer of peanut butter without being brewed with any actual nuts. The complementary flavor combination gives this beer a unique and aromatic profile that sets it apart from other milk stouts. Kris gave this a no rating in 2021. Chad Lamassa, 4.5 caps, and our friends gave it an average rating of 4.27. No, this one's definitely a good one, and I'd be right up there at probably at that average rating of 4.25, or where Chad is at 4.5.
Okay.
So
it sounds great. Another beer I'd love. I love to have some Mass Landing beer.
Period.
Beer.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. Any of the beers I'd love to try. I haven't had any Mass Landing beers, so.
Well, you should have came to Badass Brewfest. They were there. You know who wasn't there though? By the way,
I don't know.
You're right. You don't know. Fremont was there, which, well,
Okay.
I take that back. Fremont's beers were there. They didn't have any representatives from the brewery. Reuben's didn't show up.
Oh no, that's too bad.
No, and I get it. I mean, it's a little far away, but I mean, Drecker was there. I mean, so it's not like they had to come too much farther. Anywho.
All right. Well, there are our Thanksgiving beer suggestions. You still have time to go find these and give them to your friends and families, or have them ready for Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Meal.
Makes Thanksgiving a little better.
That's right.
Denny, did you not have any new and noteworthy beers?
I do not have any new and noteworthy beers, Kris.
All right,
I'm going to leave this all. This is the Kris McKenzie show for new and noteworthy this week. Kris, what new and noteworthy beers do you want to talk about?
Well, I'd love to talk about my first one from these guys at the Dirty Ore Beer Company. Come on, focus, damn it.
Card and everything.
The Dirty Ore Beer Company. And one thing that stood out was I like the name.
Dirty Ore?
Dirty Ore. Right here in Florida. These guys are in Cocoa Village, Florida, and I got to try them. Where else? Badass Beer Fest.
Yeah.
And this was my very first beer of the day that I did not seek out, but it was poured for me by my buddy Chance, and the man had a cup like this size. Chance worked part owner of Gasparilla, and then also works at Tampa Bay Brewing Company, had an insulated cup the size of a pint glass, and came over and goes, "Hey, you got to try some of this," and took my cup and goes, "Okay, here, you can have some." It was called the Mojito Libre Imperial Sour.
Imperial Sour. Damn.
Imperial Sour. And that's what he said to me. He goes, "This is an Imperial Sour." And I went, "Well, I guess we're going to start off the day right. We just got done setting up. It's barely noon. Let's just have a big one and get rocking." This one was it was light and easy to drink, but it was great because I automatically drank it and I went, Mojito. Because it had some mint to it as well. So, when Sarah gets back on the beer train, this one would be a good one for her.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just super easy to drink. I don't know what the ABV was on it, but it was really easy to drink. And I was so excited that this was my first beer. I went over and talked to him and said, "So I've got this podcast. I'd love to chat with you guys." And I also had another beer from them. It was their peanut butter and jelly blonde.
Oh,
I don't remember.
That's a good one. That's a good one to have, a peanut butter and jelly blonde.
But got to chat with Chris Hughes, the owner and brewer over there at Dirty Ore, a little bit, and who knows, maybe in the future we can have him come on the show and chat with us. Yeah. But gave this one a 4 cap rating, and I look forward to trying some more of their stuff. I hope it makes it a little further towards us here in Tampa. Next on my list is going to be from Fremont Brewing.
Oh, wow.
And in Vegas in September, Denny, I almost bought this beer. And then I went, no, funds are a little tight.
Yeah, $36 for a bottle of beer.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's deep for me too. I only get it when my wife goes and buys it for me without me knowing, and I don't have a choice. So.
My delayed gratification was rewarded. I got to try it at Badass. It was great. The Rusty Nail from 2023. Anytime I can get any of the Rusty Nails, always so good. 4.5 cap rating. And I made sure to get this one. I was going to wear my Rubens Brews t-shirt that day. I'm glad I didn't, because like I said, they weren't there. But the guy who was pouring beer was I think he was from like either a volunteer or he was from Tampa Bay Brewing Company, and he was like, "Oh, you know who these guys are?" I was like, "I love their stuff." And he goes, "I know, right? They're just phenomenal." But anytime I can get a hold of Fremont stuff, I take advantage of that. And the last one is from our friends at Marker 48.
Oh,
They
nice.
did a collab with the folks at Woodwright Brewery or Woodwright Brewing. They are over in the Dunedin area, if anybody is familiar. And they brewed a beer called Must Be Nice. And Must Be Nice is I had it pulled up. It's gone.
It's
Sorry,
something.
guys. Yeah, it's nice. I can tell you that. There it is. But I know the folks at Marker 48 and the folks at Woodwright are good friends. So
Okay.
they were finally able to get a collaboration together if they haven't done one before. But Untappd lists this one as a Hellesbach.
Oh, no way.
Literally the same category as what we had from
Wow.
Leaven.
Wow.
Marker 48's better. Personally. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I like it better. One,
Okay.
the color of it. The color was more of a
Pale.
it was more coppery color. It
Oh,
wasn't like fully copper, but it was a little more on the brown side to it, is the easiest way I can put it.
more typical of a Bock.
Yeah.
Darker.
Two, the can was gifted to me by Kevin from Marker 48. So he was like, "Here, you should go try this one." I was like, "Okay." So it's nice to be able to see everybody from not everybody, but a handful of folks from Marker 48. And then, they hand me this beer, and then, oh, okay. Well, no, I get to go try this one later when I get home. But it was really easy to drink. I actually think I made notes. Yeah, I put notes on this one. Slightly sweet, bready, and a smidge peppery.
Oh, similar as what you
Yeah,
had with this one.
we had the other one. Great collab, Marker 48 and Woodwright. Thanks for the can, Kevin. Gave this one a 4.5 cap rating for that
Nice.
beer. So those are my new and noteworthy beers, Denny.
Okay. Well, let's end this show, Kris, because my bladder is calling and I'm trying to make it to the end. But
Okay.
before we end the show, let's raise a glass to some people who like to raise a glass to
Well,
today.
who do
So
you
who?
want to raise a glass to, since I just did the talking?
Okay. Well, I'm going to raise my glass to Jeff Seiler. Our Patreon toast tonight goes to you, buddy. Cheers, Jeff.
Cheers, Jeff.
And I just want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. I know I personally have been thankful for all of our great listeners out there, the interactions that you've provided us this year. Thank you for all of your support.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good thing to bring up, because I didn't think about it. We won't record until after Thanksgiving.
That's right.
So I want to raise a glass to I got some birthdays to bring up. We got happy birthday to Ryan Freeman over at Dade City Brewing. His birthday's coming up, I think actually the day that this releases. And then my big brother Paul turned 50
Oh,
years old a couple of days ago. So
50, big
I
5
want to
0.
raise a glass to
Cheers to
him.
half century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cheers to you, buddy.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. So, but those are going to be my toasts this evening. And Denny, what else you got for us in our toasts?
Well, of course, I always want to raise a glass, especially since we just got done celebrating Veterans Day, to all of our servicemen out there who have served or are currently serving in U.S. military services, protecting our freedoms, allowing Kris and I to jump on the airwaves and talk about beer. We
And even
appreciate all
say,
your service.
yeah, and even say things like fucking delicious.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
cheers
cheers
to
to
that.
you. And we hope you're able to return home safe to your families very soon. And Kris, why don't you go ahead and raise a glass to our sponsor?
Absolutely. So the folks over at Tin Tackers, the provider of sweet metal beer signs that will make your walls happy. Tin Tackers has a vast selection of embossed aluminum beer signs, perfect for your garage, home bar, or man cave. They have the biggest selection with the best prices. They also have a mini tacker of the month club, a club just for craft beer lovers who collect what else? Tin Tackers. A surprise in your mailbox every month. Go visit their website at tintackers.com and use the promo code TAPTHECRAFT at checkout to save 10% on your entire order and to let them know we sent you.
That's right. And you can find the beers that we talked about on the show on our show notes located on the show post at taptocraft.com. Well, I'm I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah,
So it's last call. It's
it is
time
last
to
call.
bring this show to a
You were
close.
going old school on me there for a minute. I saw it.
I was, but we just want to thank all of you for downloading and listening to the show. We ask you to please tell a friend and, of course, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And as a reminder, we release a new show every 2 weeks. Now go out there and spread the good word of craft beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, for those of you that are still on with us on Facebook, thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys in a couple of weeks.
Thanks.